The final transition, exploring what happens after we die. Death is a universal experience, yet deeply personal and often shrouded in mystery. What happens when we die? While definitive answers remain elusive, we can explore the various facets of death, from the physical changes in the body to the spiritual beliefs that offer solace and meaning. Ultimately, confronting the inevitability of death allows us to live more fully, appreciate our time on Earth, and find meaning in the legacy we leave behind. The body's farewell physical changes after death. The moment of death marks the cessation of vital functions. The heart stops beating, breathing ceases, and the brain shuts down, leading to a cascade of changes within the body. One of the first noticeable changes is the lack of a pulse and breathing, followed by the dilation of pupils and the loss of skin elasticity. Within a few hours, rigor mortis sets in, causing the limbs to become rigid. This stiffening typically lasts up to 72 hours, gradually subsiding as the body begins to decompose. Another change is livor mortis, a purplish-red discoloration of the skin as gravity draws blood to the lower parts of the body. Livor mortis usually becomes visible within an hour or two after death and becomes more pronounced over time. Decomposition is the final stage, driven by bacteria and enzymes that break down tissues and organs. Understanding these processes can be helpful for medical professionals, forensic investigators, and anyone seeking to comprehend the biological reality of death. Beyond the physical, spiritual, and religious perspectives on death, many cultures and religions offer interpretations of what happens to the spirit or soul after death. Christianity emphasizes heaven, hell, and judgment, viewing death as a separation of the soul from the body. Islam shares similarities with Christianity, believing in a day of judgment when Allah will judge all souls. Hinduism embraces reincarnation, where the soul is reborn into a new body after death. Buddhism emphasizes rebirth without a permanent soul, with karma influencing the conditions of the next life. The ultimate goal in Buddhism is to achieve nirvana, a state of liberation from desire and attachment. Secular perspectives often focus on the finality of life and the absence of an afterlife. Humanists believe in living a meaningful life based on reason, compassion, and ethics. They view death as a natural part of life and emphasize the importance of cherishing our time on Earth. These beliefs provide comfort, meaning, and a framework for understanding the transition from life to whatever lies beyond. Navigating loss, legal, and social processes after death. The death of a loved one triggers a series of legal and social processes. One of the first steps is obtaining a death certificate, a legal document that certifies the death of an individual. This document is essential for various legal and administrative purposes, including closing bank accounts and settling estates. Funeral arrangements are another important aspect, with families deciding on the method of disposition. Funerals and memorial services provide an opportunity for loved ones to gather, mourn, and celebrate the life of the deceased. The reading of the will and the distribution of assets ensure the deceased person's wishes are carried out. These processes, while often difficult, serve essential functions in society, providing a structured way to address practical matters and support grieving families. Life and legacy. Remembering and honoring the departed. The memory and legacy of a person live on in the hearts and minds of those left behind. Some find solace in creating memorials such as gravestones or online tributes. Others find meaning in continuing the work or passions of the deceased. Storytelling is another powerful way to keep the memory of a loved one alive. Many cultures have rituals and traditions designed to honor the dead and celebrate their lives. These traditions provide opportunities for families and communities to come together, share memories, and find solace in collective mourning. Conclusion: death as a part of life. Death, while often feared and misunderstood, is an integral part of the human experience. Understanding the physical processes and exploring diverse spiritual interpretations of death reveals the profound human need to find meaning and purpose. Navigating the legal and social processes after death provides a structured way to address practical matters and support grieving families. By embracing the multifaceted nature of death and engaging in open conversations about mortality, we can approach this universal experience with greater understanding and compassion.